Hey guys, I'm Andrew Krasny. I got a chance to sit down with tennis legend Pete Sampras to see what's happening in his life these days and a big surprise announcement from the former world number one. Take a look. January in Australia, any of us who know tennis and know your career couldn't help but notice the similarities. The king in the twilight, right? Can Roger win? And then we realized Roger is seeded number 17. You were seeded number 17 at the US Open in 2002. It's not just a coincidence, is it?
It could be, because I certainly at 17, I wasn't playing very well. You know, I went through 2 years where I wasn't really competing. I wasn't doing very well, whereas Roger took 6 months off. The fact that he came back and won after 6 months off was incredible. The fact that he was a 17 seed is more ironic, but what a great effort to come back and to beat the players he beat.
So you're still watching tennis?
I'm watching a little tennis. I mean, I watched that match. I watched the finals, I watched the semis, but Roger did. What, at 35 years old, to be able to do that is incredible.
But you've always had a huge fondness for him. You guys have a mutual respect that is pretty undeniable.
Well, I love his game. I love that he's humble and he's just has the whole package. You know, he works hard. He doesn't have to talk about it. He's has all the shots, and he just does it in a class that I like. You know,
you're almost describing yourself in a weird way. You know what I mean?
I had my moments. Sure,
right.
I did my thing, and I did it my way. But you know, I stopped at 31. I mean, Roger's 35, and continuing to play, continuing to travel. I mean, it's just like, I don't know how he does this.
We talk about the up-and-comers, the next gen and the juniors. When you were a teenager, and Andre and Jim, you were winning titles. You were winning Grand Slams when you were teenagers. These guys aren't, and is there a different work ethic? I mean, you really had a rigid work ethic when you were a teenager.
You know, we all worked hard, and you know, Andre pushed me, and Jim pushed me, and we all pushed each other. And you know, why teenagers aren't doing a little bit better, I don't know. I think the game's gotten more physical. It's harder to break through. We have some good young players, but in order to break Djokovic and Roger and Rafa, it's going to be tough for these guys. I don't think we'll see any Grand Slam winners that are 19. You know, I just think it takes time. You have to get a little bit bigger and stronger now. And you know, how I won the Open at 19, I don't know. It just happened. The state of the game for teenage players is tough. You know, it takes time to break through.
So Pete Sampras, the dad.
Yes.
What's a day in the life of a dad with two boys?
Okay, well, I get up every morning at 6:15. Okay, I wake my kids up, feed them, I get them going. I drive my kid to the bus stop at 7:15, drop them off. I take my other kid to school. So at 9 o'clock, I get down to my bottom house, which is the gym.
Right.
So I get in the gym and I work out for a couple hours, and that's my morning.
Do you remind them, or do they know how hard Dad worked to build this life?
I try to tell them that I worked hard. I used to play tennis every day, that I went to school and I played 2-3 hours of tennis. So I'm trying to instill to them that you have to work hard.
Right.
It's, you know, nothing
Whatever they want to do.
You know, I wasn't handed titles. I wasn't handed money. I had to work for it. And so I'm just trying to tell them, you got to do your homework, you got to be respectful, you got to do all the things that you have to do. And I'm just doing the best I can. You know, being a parent is not easy. It's really, in this day and age with technology, just trying to get them off that technology onto the tennis court or basketball court, or you know, playing football or whatever it is. I just want them active. You know, I don't want them sitting just watching TV. That's just not my childhood. I was always doing something,
right.
And so I just want them to be active.
Talk to me a little bit about what's happening in June.
June, I'm playing Tim Henman, and who's a good friend. So I'm going to be playing him in the Greenbrier. I've been associated with the Greenbrier for the past 6 years, and they built this incredible stadium at the Creekside that seats about 3,000 people. And you know, I've played Andre there, I've played Tommy Haas, I played Andy Roddick, James Blake, so I played some great players. It's a great place for couples, it's a great place for kids. It has everything from a movie theater, a bowling alley, it has hiking, horseback riding, fly fishing, and for adults it has fine dining, it has you know, a really good casino, and so it's like its own city.
What are we going to see when you play Tim? You guys played 7 times, right? You beat him 6 out of those 7. You knocked him out a couple times out of Wimbledon, which had to sting. So do you think that the competitive juices are going to come back? You're going to get out on that court and there's going to be, wait a minute, I'm not letting you win.
I'm better than you, Tim. It comes out a little bit, right. You know, I mean, I'm 45 and I'm slowed down a little bit. I'm not quite as good as I used to be. But once you start playing, you want to play well. You know, this is, you know, we all have egos, and you know, but at the same time, we want to make sure it's competitive and the people enjoy it. And it's frustrating as you get older to play tennis. You know, I don't move as well, I don't play as well. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing Tim, hanging out a little bit. But once you start playing, it does get competitive. It's just a natural progression of the sport.
So there you have it. Pete Sampras taking on Tim Henman June 3rd at the Greenbrier. We'll see you there.